What's happening, my friends? How y'all doing? I already see, I can imagine already a comment down below. What happened? What happened? I'll explain. I will say in this video, it's not a rant. It's not a rant. I'm going to repeat that again. It's not a rant. You hear what I said? It's not a rant. The movie has its good things going for it, but overall, I didn't care for the film. I'm not faking you guys out and everything like that. And Matt and Mike did not overhype this film at all. I mean, I'm glad that they enjoyed the film a lot, that it's their best of the year so far, and everything like that. Well, who knows? You guys probably will see the film. Maybe it'll be the best of year for you as well. Me, I hate this year. I can say flat out honest. I hate this year. I think it was something my uncle told me a little while ago. I told him about a lot of the films this year I seen I wasn't that big a fan of or stuff like that. He says maybe it's because of the number 13. It's an unlucky number. I guess so. He has a good point there. Movies I've seen already that I enjoyed a lot. I'm afraid if they will survive second viewings. Strangely enough, I don't know why. This is very strange. I have a feeling the Maniac remake will survive multiple viewings. I don't know why. A movie, you guys know my thoughts on that already. I did a review of it. You want to know why? Go back to that review and watch it for yourself. Which hopefully you guys are playing catch up if you're not busy with life and whatnot, which is okay and everything. And thank you all for the feedback. You gave me on my venting out vlog or whatnot. And like I said before, Matt and Mike did not overhype the film for me. You guys did not overhype it. Matt, you did not overhype it for me. So please do not blame yourselves on like that. What overhyped the film to me was a bunch of people on IMDb who gave this film 8.5. A bunch of fucking people in my job, which I know is a bad sign. But people in my job recommend this film, I know I'm in trouble. And everything like that. Did you see it in 3D? I just showed you a ticket in 3D. $17. I seen it in 3D. The 3D worked. The 3D was not the problem with the film. And what's wrong? You know what it is also? I'm jealous. I have to be honest. I'm very jealous of my friends. Why do you say that? I know I'm answering myself the third person. I guess I'm talking. Because majority of you guys have found your number one best film of the year. The year is almost over in one more month. I haven't found the best film of the year. Somebody will mention, what about Fast and Furious 6? I'm worried about that the more I think about it. Because I don't know if it will survive multiple viewings. I mean, I loved it the first time, but who's to say? Like, Fast 5, easily, that survives multiple viewings. But Fast 6, I love the action scenes. It has a quick pace to it. The cast does a good job. I have a problem with the whole Letty storyline still. And everything like that. But I thought the bad guy was good and everything. It's just, there's too many connections to Fast 4. I mean, it bothers me a little bit because I hate Fast 4. Olympus Has Fallen. I have the DVD sitting there. I might start that series soon, titled Has It Held Up? Then I'm going to revisit some films to see if they held up through the hands of time. What films they're going to be, I have no idea. I'm going to surprise you guys. If anybody's interested in watching, that is. If anyone's interested in watching, because like I said, everybody's got things to do and stuff like that, which is good. It's alright. You know, this ain't real life. This is just YouTube, you know, and stuff. It's cool. It's sent out. Just let me know if you got it, if the YouTube didn't fuck me with no bullshit, that's all. I'm already, 5 minutes into this and I haven't went into the film. Like I said, there's going to be spoilers in this and stuff like that. And I'll explain what my problem with the film is and everything like that. Because I know Matt has this film at number 1. I know I'm willing to bet Mike has this high up there as well. Other films, I know like Marv Kevin Tony, he saw Elysium. He loved Elysium. I've heard mixed things about Elysium, so I don't know. I'm a little worried of the hype behind that as well. That would let me down or whatnot. Uh, Mario loved the Wolverine. That's cool. Power to him. That's great. I don't know if that'll be his number one. Who knows? But it's cool he enjoyed it. He had a film that he knows will survive multiple viewings, more likely. I can't say that, honestly. What's the film that's going to survive multiple viewings? A killer point of view, POV movie that's going to survive multiple viewings? Really? 2013? Really? Really? Kick-Ass 2? I thought it was okay. That's another one I'm worried that might not survive multiple viewings compared to the first film. Flashpoint Paradox? That probably survive multiple viewings because that's animation. I would like to see something live action that will survive multiple viewings though. Give or take. So I'm gonna give my rating for the film now. I give it 5 out of 10. Now I'm gonna go into spoilers pretty much. Now, the theater I went to, there was no problems in the theater like that. Everything was okay. Went there, saw a bunch of fucking trailers. I saw a trailer to Chris Pine as Jack Ryan, which looks like shit. I saw a horrible trailer to Grudge Match with Stallone. People are laughing at that. I guess that might become a hit because people want to laugh at Stallone. So I guess that probably will be a hit for Stallone. And De Niro, whatnot. What is it with De Niro? Every time De Niro tries to re-team with somebody again, it never works out the second time around. It's like he did Heat with Pacino back in '95, and then years later, doing the 2008 or whatnot, he did Righteous Kill Pacino. That was a fucking bomb. And now De Niro, he did Copland with Stallone back in the late '90s. You had your dread in your blood. He had that, right? He goes back to work with him again into a fucking comedy, which don't look funny at all. People are laughing. They got chuckles out of it in the theater. Great power to them. And everything. I seen a quicker Green Band trailer to Homefront. I'm writing a lot on that because if that movie fails, that's the last straw I have with Jason Statham. That's it. I'm throwing away my fucking Jason Statham fan club membership with that motherfucker. If he fucks up with Homefront. It's the last chance. Come on, what about the film? What about the first 8 minutes? George Clooney plays Matt Kowalski, an older lieutenant in NASA. You have Dr. Ryan Stone, Sandra Bullock, who's a doctor. I guess she's a new at the NASA stuff, spacewalking and stuff like that. You got this Arab guy who's there, which we barely see him. We only hear his voice. Hello, can I go up here? He's there. I guess it's gonna be George Clooney's last mission he's gonna be on because he's gonna retire soon, I guess, or whatnot. So he's having some dialogue with Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock's fixing some wires, some kind of thing, until they hear something on the radio regarding that the Russians had fired on one of their own satellites. And it's going to be debris hitting their ship and their station. Debris hits, the minority guy dies, of course. Okay, I saw this in 3D. The 3D is not the problem. It was spot on. But there's a problem. It's distracting. To me, it was distracting. Okay, I like the shot we see George Clooney coming across the screen. And like, oh, good shit. Good stuff. But it takes more than a gimmick for me to like the film. I love Dredd, not because it was in 3D. That was a bonus. The movie itself was good. Even if it wasn't released in 3D, I would still love Dredd. Like a wise man said, you can enjoy a movie anywhere. Because what good is gravity going to do me? I have a DVD player. There's no 3D DVD player. It's a 3D Blu-ray player, which I went to bed to release it on that. Which I think they did that for the Wolverine, I think. The extended cut's gonna be only on 3D Blu-ray. Fuck. So, shit happens. The minority Arab guy gets killed. Sandra Bullock gets pushed into space. She gets disconnected. George Clooney finds her, connects her back. You get some backstory about George Clooney tries to ask her, do you have anyone back home that will miss you? She goes, she's a doctor. She pulls shifts. and she just goes. She just goes when she finishes on shift. She drives because she had lost a 4-year-old daughter because she was playing in the school playground, playing tag, and she fell and hurt her head. She died. Okay, the acting is not the problem. What is the problem? Everything is predictable. I didn't feel any suspense. I don't know why. I felt I kept predicting things were gonna happen for some reason, and that to me is a bad sign. Like there was that heist film I reviewed a while back, a long time ago. I know there was one that Tony sent me. I forgot what it was. The one that Nimrod directed with Larry Fishburne or whatnot. Which I had the same problem with that. That everything was predictable. I seen things coming miles away. It's the same thing here. I see things coming miles away. It's a survival story. But you know what it is? Frozen in 127 hours, they're survival stories, but I thought they drew me in more. Maybe because it didn't rely on gimmicks. Nothing against the acting. George Clooney is alright. Sandra Bullock is okay. I got nothing against them. It's just, I don't know. I swear, I've seen Frozen. I've seen 127 hours. Granted, those are films that to me I can't rewatch again because they bring a lot of emotions out of me and stuff. Like I watch Frozen again, it'll probably be just for the commentary, but that doesn't mean it's a bad film. This is not a bad film. It's just I see things coming miles away. I see things coming miles away. What's an example? Okay. Once again, you got a guy and a girl. The minority guy is killed. They make it back to the ship. The whole crew is killed. So it's just them two. They make it to another. They float away to another station that's around the Earth where they're at. Okay, beautiful 3D. They make it through there. Something happens. George Clooney speeds up his rocket pack, which keeps him from stopping. Sandra Bullock tries to grab on. They get separated. She has him, but he says, you can't hold me. So he has to disconnect himself. So he talks her into the ship, which she goes into. Until ultimately we don't hear him no more, so we get the gist. He's gone. He's dead. He's floated away to space somewhere. She's in the ship there. She strips down to her underwear. All right. And a little tiny culo. All right. And lo and behold, she's in there relaxing a bit. There's a fire. How? I don't fucking know. There's a fire. For some reason, I didn't think she was in danger because the fire looked fake to me. So she went in. She went to another part of the ship. She detached. She's about to go in there until a fucking parachute got stuck on the ship, so she's stuck. She tries to go out to untie the chute. Well, she's untying the chute because the debris happens every 90 minutes. So the clock goes, you see debris coming. I had a feeling the debris was not going to hit her. Because lo and behold, she got disconnected. And plus, you get these little shots once in a while showing off a 3D with a piece of a screw going like this. Like that. Her catching a drill. Like this. It's like reminding you, it's 3D. It's 3D. It's 3D. I'm like, I know. I won't be surprised nobody watches this review. Watch. All the reviews for this have been positive. I'm the only one. I'm the only fucking one. Of course. It's gotta be me. It's gotta be one person. Of course it's gotta be me. I hate Save. I hate Tron Legacy. I hate Pieces. I guess it's true. I guess maybe I'm one of those people. I hate everything. I said, take it and cram it up my ass with everything else, with the rest of the shit. I just hope I'm not making Matt feel bad or nothing like that. I mean, it's cool. I'm envious because you guys found the best film of the year. Whether it be this film or other movies. I haven't found that. That's cool. It's alright. People could love this film. Like I said, it's not a rant down there. I just feel this film needs to be taken down a notch. 8.5? Sorry, I think Frozen is better. I think 127 Hours is better. Maybe because I felt James Franco's pain more. Him being trapped under that rock more. And everything like that. Granted, that was a true story, but part of me kept forgetting that it was a true story. I thought he would die there. Or frozen. And let me ask you something here. Why does Sandra Bullock have to be the last one left? Couldn't have been George Clooney, maybe? That's just food for thought. Why does it have to be the woman? I got nothing against Sandra Bullock. I'm just asking that. Why does it always have to be the woman? I'm not sexist and like that, but why does it always have to be the woman that has to live in the end of the fucking movie? Ooh. Well, like I said, I warned you. There's spoilers. I gave the rating before. You should have paid attention. So she goes in there. She makes it there. She tries to start up the ship. Whoops, no gas. She tries to call the station up. She immediately picks up somebody from China because that's the spaceship that blows to a Chinese satellite or whatnot. And there's a guy with a dog or whatnot. Great acting by Sandra Bullock. Her performance there. I would have got drawn in, but once again, the 3D fucked me up. Because she's crying and you see the teardrop going into the camera. That's just being a show off now. I don't know. I mean, I know there's 3D that doesn't deliver, and there's 3D that helps the movie, but this to me, I just felt was distracting me. Because every time I try to get into a character, the 3D came out and did this to me. She's running for something. I see pieces of forks flying this way at the screen. I feel this crying this way at the screen. I just felt distracted. I don't know why. I felt distracted. It took me out of the story a bunch of times. Maybe you should have watched it on 2D. Maybe. So then we get this one shot over here where we see somebody in the airlock of the door where she's in the little shuttle, and it's an astronaut. You read it's George Clooney. I'm thinking, okay, he opened the door of that. Now I've seen enough space movies to know. I mean, Sandra Bullock's there without a helmet on. Now I've seen enough movies to know if you open an airlock door and you're in space, won't you decompress? I'm sure there's gonna be an explanation for it, but I don't know. I just thought, but I know why. I know why she didn't decompress. I'm gonna get to why. He basically tells her, "Did you find the vodka?" There was a whole little conversation about vodka, about since it was a Russian ship or whatever that they found there, or a little emergency shuttle or whatnot. He drinks the vodka. He says, "Look, it's all right. I know you want to be here. It's quiet. It's away from the world. It's peaceful. But I tried everything." "No, you haven't tried everything. How about the landing rockets?" "That's for landing." "Well, rockets are rockets. Didn't you get that in the simulator?" "I told you I crashed in the simulator a bunch of times." "That's what they're there for, to crash." So I like George Clooney's performance. The acting is not what I'm talking about. That's not my gripe. And then, lo and behold, she was dreaming. Or in a strange way of faith, George Clooney came to her in a dream and gave her inspiration to live. Okay. All right. So she goes in and she fires the rockets, gets a fire extinguisher, and then gets out of that ship to go into the Chinese ship. And during that time, another fucking debris is coming. Once again, I don't feel she's in danger because she went right in the ship. She makes it in there. She fires rockets and everything like that. She talks to Houston, which I don't know if Houston's listening or whatnot, saying either she's going to live, she'll walk the earth, or if not, she's going to be with her daughter. Okay, great acting by Sandra Bullock. Great. I'm not doubting the acting. Once again, the acting is not my problem. All right, she makes it to the earth. She lands in the water. She's about to sink because she's wearing her space suit. She swims out to a beach or an island somewhere. She kisses the ground. She says thank you. She gets up in her panties. Then it says gravity. So people say it's an upbeat ending. How's it an upbeat? She's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Where's the cavalry? Where's the helicopters? There's no radio. Explain that to me. How is she? If she's in the middle of nowhere. In her panties. With her long legs that go all the way up. So I don't know. I just feel the film was overrated. It's 91-minute movie. It's not a long film. It didn't draw me in. I don't know why. It didn't draw me in and everything like that. Once again, Matt, it is not your fault. It is not Mike's fault. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was expecting Frozen. Maybe I was expecting 127 hours, which is my fault then. Maybe because I made the stupid mistake listening to a lot of people at my job. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it. Because they're the ones that are really hyping it more than anybody else on here. Them. And I seen it. And what my thoughts are about it, I saw that done better in Frozen. But it's space. I know it's space. I don't know why. Maybe I think the thing that keeps popping into my head is the 3D. Because maybe I felt it was distracting. It took me out of the movie. Which is stupid for me to say. I know. Okay, I like the little shots that once in a while you see a first person, like you're inside the helmet or whatnot. If the whole movie was like that, maybe I'll feel differently. If that was like that, it was through one of the characters' eyes. Maybe I'll be more feeling differently about it, but no, it's not that. I like Sandra Bullock. Maybe because I never, ever, I can't say ever one more time, been the biggest Sandra Bullock fan. I mean, I like her in some films I've seen her in. I like her in Demolition Man. I like her in Speed. I like her in what was that one she did? Keanu Reeves. No, not Speed. The Lake House. I never seen The Blind Side. I know. I didn't mind her in A Time to Kill. The Heat. I enjoyed her in The Heat. Risky Geniality. I barely remember. The sequel. I want to forget. Speed 2. I want to forget. But that's about it. I can't think of nothing else. Sandra Bullock that I really loved. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She's a good actress. George Clooney, From Dusk Till Dawn, is my favorite film of his. That's it. I never seen Michael Clayton. Ocean's films, they're okay at most. I mean, the first one's all you needed. They made it to a trilogy. I don't know why, but it is what it is. The director of the film, I guess the same director who did Moon, I guess, which that's a sort of a space film as well. Is that the same director for Moon? I don't know. Let me look. Oh, the director of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Producer. Let me look. What has he directed? Oh, he directed Children of Men. Maybe that's why. That's another one I thought it was just okay. Children of Men. He directed. Great Expectations with Ethan Hawke, Gwyneth Paltrow, Robert De Niro. I remember not caring for that film. I guess Children of Men, that's basically the movie I can think of that I know of that the director did. Pretty much. So it's a 91-minute movie. If people want to see it, be my guest. But I just think the movie's overrated. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion on it and stuff and everything. But once again, go for it and watch the film. You guys might love the film. Me, this year, I hate this year, pretty much. Because we're already one more month. We're about almost until the year's over. I haven't seen anything that I could say deep down in my heart, I'm going to watch over and over and over again that I'm going to love it. Not this year. That's sad. It's pitiful. Yes, it looks like I want to cry. Because it's pitiful. We had bad movies last year, but at least there were some good movies in the bunch that I know I spit on the screen again. At least there were good movies in the bunch I could say, I'm going to love it. I'm going to watch them again and again and again. Like Battle of Los Angeles, I've watched multiple times. I love it. The first Expendables, I watched it multiple times. I love it. Rambo 4, I watched it multiple times. I loved it. Dread 3D, that's a new classic. I watched it multiple times. I loved it. The Raid, you get the point I'm going at with this. What have I seen this year that's going to make me feel like that? Okay, Last Stand. Okay, Olympus Has Fallen. What else? Maniac remake, which that's sad to admit, really. Pain and Gain. Okay. Man of Steel, I know. I hear a groan, I know. That's me. I can't think of what the number one movie will be, to be honest. Fast and Furious 6, I mentioned that before, but I'm worried will that survive multiple viewings. I have to watch it again. You might see that series pop up soon. Has it held up? That's gonna be the title of it. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna reinvestigate the situations if movies held up that I've seen either this year or the other years. If they're good, fine. If they're not, they're gonna get punched out the window, the disc. Pretty much. So I've gone on long enough. I'm 26 minutes into this. I don't know what people's responses will be on the film, but I gave my opinion why I didn't care for the film much. George Clooney, Sandra Bullock did good. I just felt I wasn't drawn in by this story. I'm sorry. I just wasn't drawn in. Maybe this film should have been a violenter film, maybe. Maybe because Frozen and 127 Hours, they were R-rated films. And I got so drawn in with the mood and attention and the visualness of that. I'm worried about this person may not make it out. But I didn't feel that way in this film because something kept telling me out of it she was going to live. She was going to live. Well, so we know. Because she landed on a beach. Nobody's around. There's no radio. Is that going to be the sequel? You go from Gravity in Space, the sequel, Ground. Or call it Grounded. Or Shipwrecked. That'll be the sequel. Shipwrecked. She's on an island. It'll be 3D. Her fighting lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. In her underwear. Her black panty underwear. But anyway, I guess I've gone on long enough. I don't know what people's response will be to this or whatnot. And somebody are gonna say, then I guess I went in with this with the wrong, expecting the wrong. Maybe I did. Maybe it was my fault. It's nobody's fault here. I'm glad, by all means, sincerely, I'm very happy that you people, some of you guys love this film. That Mac loves it. That Mike loves it. That's great. Power to you. I'm glad you both have your favorite film of the year. I would like to find one though. I really would. So I'll leave you all with that. You all take it easy, and once again, 5 out of 10 is the rating for the film. See you around.